Whoa, boy, we got to talk today because some national security concerns over Joe Biden's classified documents scandal just got a whole lot worse. That's right. Hey, everybody. Damon Roberts here. Glad you're in for another video. I want to remind you this video is brought to you by our friend Mike Lindell and MyPillow, mypillow.com/LFS6B. That's the promo code to use at checkout as you start to do your shopping for Valentine's Day, and just great stuff over there at MyPillow. We appreciate when you use our code LFS6B at checkout. It'll save you 10 to 60% off most items. That's right, national security concerns over Joe Biden's classified document scandal, well, they just got worse. Two reports out today have emerged which now place Hunter Biden at the Biden's Wilmington, Delaware residence while he was raking in millions of dollars from CCP-linked business dealings. That's right. Seamus Bruner, of course, and if that name sounds familiar, he's not only the researcher for Peter Schweitzer, but he's also the co-author right here on this very fine book by our own John Solomon, Fallout. John Solomon and Seamus Bruner right there. So you understand Mr. Bruner's chops when it comes to researching and getting to the bottom of these. He is far and away, bar none, one of the best. He reports today via Breitbart News that while addicted to drugs, cavorting with prostitutes, and making deals with businessmen tied to the highest levels of Chinese intelligence, Hunter Biden lived in the house where Joe Biden stored classified documents. While filling out a background check, Hunter made, well, what Mr. Bruner calls a crackhead error and listed his rent as $49,910, a very specific number, and we've talked about this on the show, a very specific number to use in more than one place. Anybody, I mean, I think I could have probably figured that out, not someone with the level of skill of Mr. Bruner obviously got to the bottom of it. 49,910, when in fact that's the exact amount of the security deposit and 6 months of rent for prime office space at the prestigious House of Sweden in Washington, D.C. What's most interesting, however, is that the dates Hunter listed as living in the Wilmington, Delaware residence, as claimed on other documents and financial statements, overlap with the period in which multiple Biden family members were taking money from foreign businessmen with connections at the highest levels of Chinese state intelligence services through the energy company CEFC. As Bruner further notes, CNN described CEFC as a state-directed entity back in 2018. CEFC and at least four of its executives and associates, Yi Yangmin, Patrick Ho, Guangwen Dong, and Zhizhong Bao, have been linked to the CCP and its military intelligence apparatus. In one case, Hunter described Patrick Ho as the effing spy chief of China, end quote. Now, this Breitbart article that Mr. Bruner had out today continues, and it says, by early 2017, Hunter was directly corresponding with CEFC personnel and flew to Miami in February of that year to meet with CEFC chairman Yi Yangmin. During this trip, Yangmin gave Hunter a 3.16 carat diamond valued at approximately $80,000. When Hunter's ex-wife discovered that he had obtained something of such immense value, she had her divorce attorney send an urgent email seeking to determine the whereabouts of the diamond and secure the asset before Hunter could dissipate it, quote unquote. Hunter's attorneys offered a shady denial. They said, quote, there is no diamond in Hunter's possession. I don't know where Kathleen is getting access to this information, but on this score, what your email purports below is inaccurate, end quote. Metadata gleaned from photos of the diamond on the abandoned laptop indicate that Hunter lied about not having the diamond, and he in fact did have the diamond with him in Wilmington. The current location of the 3.16 carat diamond remains unknown. After the fateful February 2017 meeting with Yi, and around the time Hunter claimed to have moved into the Wilmington house where classified documents were found, the Biden's business with CEFC exploded. 9 days after the Miami meeting, Hunter received two separate wire transfers of $3 million, which, if you remember, and John Solomon came on the show and talked about this, the Department of Treasury's Financial Crimes Enforcement Network flagged them as suspicious. Now, folks, I encourage you to go read the rest of this article in Breitbart today. I'll link to it down in the description as it goes into extensive detail. Now, the second article is out this morning from the Washington Free Beacon, and it reports that photos from Hunter Biden's abandoned laptop place him at the Wilmington house in July of 2017. Of note, the classified documents were reportedly brought to the house in January of that year. The photos are the most concrete evidence to date that Hunter, who was actively negotiating a deal with a CCP-linked China energy company, CEFC, had access to areas of his father's home where classified documents were stored. A Washington Free Beacon review of the laptop found 4 2017 photographs of Hunter Biden clad in a white collared shirt and a camouflage baseball cap behind the wheel of his father's 1967 Corvette Stingray. GPS metadata embedded in the photos indicate they were taken within a minute of each other at 6:49 p.m. on July 30th of that year, just outside the president's Wilmington, Delaware residence. The photos show Hunter Biden posing in the vehicle besides 2 young girls. One appears to be his then 12-year-old niece, Natalie Biden. The other has not yet been identified. Former Secret Service agent and certified cyber forensics expert Konstantinos Gus Dimitrios analyzed the photos and confirmed their authenticity. Quote, if requested, I will testify the photographs are genuine and were taken on July 30th, 2017, he told the Washington Free Beacon. And as the Beacon further reported, corroborating Breitbart's reporting, at the time the photos were taken, Hunter Biden was negotiating a lucrative business deal with the now defunct Chinese energy conglomerate CEFC, which was closely tied to the Chinese government. Biden's former business partner, Tony Bobulinski, claimed to have met with Joe Biden in person in early May 2017, less than 3 months before Hunter Biden was pictured taking the wheel of his father's prized vehicle to discuss the Biden's family's Chinese business dealings. In total, CEFC paid Hunter Biden $6 million in legal and consulting fees in 2017 and 2018. Boy, that's good work if you can get it. And of course, the same media which suggested the Trumps were Russian operatives based on a hoax are virtually silent at actual risks to national security posed by the Biden family. So folks, there you have it. 2 more reports that just continue to sync up more and more information about this disaster that is the classified documents scandal that the Biden White House is now undertaking. And don't suspect you're going to get any of these answers in the press briefing room, because as we've seen for the last 2 days, that is the ultimate S show right now going on. The press briefing room, she's over her head. She doesn't have any answers. Not that she couldn't answer. She just doesn't want to, because she doesn't have the ability to actually stand up to real questions, which it's nice for once to actually get some pushback and real questions from the media doing their job and pressing her on this, which is truly a disaster and continues to grow in its disastrous level each and every day as we continue to confirm and confirm and confirm some of the fears that we have all had and talked about with this situation when you have a Hunter Biden in the House just feet away from clearly classified, some of them at the top level of our government, classified documents that were kept in the garage of the House for the last 6-7 years. So, all right, that's going to do it for this one, everybody. Again, I'm going to link to both these articles in the description so you can read them in full for yourself. I encourage you to do that. We'll keep up on the details. Anything else we get, we'll bring to you as well. And I want to remind you to visit our sponsor, Mike Lindell, MyPillow.com. Use our code LFS6B if you can. We appreciate it. It's a great way to support the show. Have a great day, everybody, and I'll see you in the next one.